Right across the west, this is FIFO Life on Red FM. Feel free to send us your questions via the website redfm.com.au, and if you're on social media, RedFMWA is the official handle. We're joined right now by Sandra Lamb from FIFO Focus. Thanks again.
Good morning, Matt.
And joining us again, because we had a great little chat last week about avoiding financial stress around the festive season, we have FIFO Focus's financial planning partner. That is Matt Hearn. Thank you very much for joining us.
It's always a pleasure, Matt.
Now, obviously last week we were talking about overspending, getting creative with our presents and experiences. Before we get there though, the information contained in this segment is general in nature and does not take into account your personal situation. You should consider whether the information is appropriate to your needs and, where appropriate, seek professional advice. Experiences. This is the new buzzword, isn't it? I mean, because, everyone buys physical things now and then it gathers dust. But experiences is something you can kind of live and enjoy in the now today.
Yeah, definitely. And the question I had for Matt, the other Matt,
is... We're not confused just yet.
Is for FIFO workers who are actually up on site. How do they do this? How do they give experiences and that sort of thing when they're up on site and they can't physically go and buy anything anywhere?
Well, I think that's a real good thing to think about, actually, is that we can't go and buy something, so maybe I could give an experience. And one idea that comes to my mind is what my kids actually give me for Father's Day is a little voucher and says, hey, Dad, we're going to be good for a day. Never going to happen, but it's nice. Maybe the one where we'll make you breakfast. But if you expand that whole idea to a FIFO worker, maybe they could give a voucher for their partner or their best mate. And the voucher could be, I think, you had a really good idea for a voucher for a partner.
Oh, it's like a me day, like going out and get a massage. So that the person can just have some me time because, sometimes that just is not available.
And a bit of a nuance on that because buying a massage for somebody is still going to perhaps contribute to that financial stress. So a way to avoid that is give a voucher for the act of service, which is I will give you maybe a foot rub after dinner. Or that could be your voucher, or you can give me a massage or something else that I will pamper you. So it's not going to cost money. Yeah, it's actually only going to cost time.
Well, maybe a little bit, just the cardboard and the permanent marker, basically. That's your underlying cost there.
Or you could recycle that too and even lower your cost.
Absolutely. Yeah. I guess Secret Santa, of course, is another big concept around festive season, where you're kind of suggesting we should rethink it a little bit.
Yeah, Secret Santa is a great way to lower your cost as well if you've got a group where you buy a present for everyone. And so that's where you only buy for one person. It's all in secret. Also called Kris Kringle, if anyone's heard of that. But rather than just going and buying the cheapest present under $10, which is going to be throwaway, which is not great for our sustainable environment, how about going for the best pre-loved gift among the group and creating that a group theme so everybody's trying to find something out of their drawer, out of their cupboard that they can hand me down to somebody else. That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, no, everyone's got some sort of, pre-loved gift somewhere stashed away in their home. I always seem to get a collection of coffee makers. I don't know why. It just every year it's like, that's possibly it because it's just an assumption. I work in radio. I love my coffee. Well, you're right, but I do like my basic kettle.
Well, maybe we could do a Secret Santa to complement the coffee and do a best home-baked gift amongst us. So I could maybe bake you some chocolate rum balls,
that's
for
actually
example,
a good idea.
To go with your coffee. So that's another way to lower the cost because, baking a cake can only cost $3 to $5, for example, and it's a lot less than buying a cake.
Yeah, so true. And also maybe just doing this with the kids when you're home is a different level of gift giving because it's giving an experience to the kids while you actually develop or creating a gift for somebody else as well. So double.
And if you want to make it a bit more personal and you're doing it as an act of service, take a photo of you doing that. So, Sandra, harking back to last example, I'll take a photo. Well, you take a photo of when you're cleaning my car, put that on a Christmas card, and give that to me. That'll remind me of the gift that you've given me of cleaning my car.
So it's going to happen once.
Okay.
And that photo will not be thrown away as easily. It'll always be treasured.
But that's one way, because the experience might happen before or after the day, but the photo can remain as the memory.
So you're just asking everyone to really be creative.
Absolutely.
To step out of the normal go to the shops or go online, buy something. Just give people experiences instead and be creative about it.
And that is a hell of a lot of fun too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, very creative
True.
and eases that financial burden as we get into January and all those bills start coming in. You're thinking, oh, what do I do now? I've overspent a little bit, but I'm sure that'll be in a future segment as well. We'll talk about that. If you've got a question as well, feel free to flick them through as well. Red FM WA on your social media and redfm.com.au. Any last quick tips as well before we get into the festive silly season?
Have a lot of fun with it.
Totally.
And be responsible too, WA. Love your work. Thank you very much, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you very much as well, Sandra.
Thanks, Matt.
That's, of course, Matt Hearn and Sandra Lamb from FIFO Focus. You can head to the official website, fifofocus.com.au, and follow on social media. We're back soon. This is FIFO Life on Red FM.